It is September the 4th, 2014, and it's Blind Miller 1974 here with a haul. I have several things that have come in the mail that I've ordered in the last few days, and they've been trickling in, and I've been wanting to open them, and I have made myself be patient and wait until I got them all before I opened them so that I could do one big video. So, there's those. And then I made a trip to Dollar Tree into Walmart and got some Lego stuff and some Lego related stuff. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have a good way of setting up the camera and showing you everything live and kind of as it goes, I'm going to open everything and then I will come back and show you once everything's open what's in there so that you can see what I got. Hopefully I won't have to do it that way for too long. I can work out a better filming angle and maybe get something to hold my camera so that it's supported better and that sort of thing. And maybe try filming with my actual camera and not the iPad. Working on that too. So I will get all this open and then I will be back with you to show you what I got. Kind of excited because I am planning on making a sig fig and I'd ordered some parts for it and I think everything should be here for that too. So, without wasting any more time, I'm going to open this stuff and I'll show you what I got. Alright, everything has been opened up. Sorry I couldn't show you that part because I think that's part of the fun when you're watching hauls, but hopefully I'll figure out some different strategies for videoing and we'll get that resolved and you'll be able to watch me open them the way I get to do everybody else pretty soon. So here's what I got. All these were different eBay sellers, by the way. Don't think I said that before, but I've pretty much used eBay for my specialized stuff. Got a few things from, the Pick-a-Brick at the Lego store, but I don't get there often because the Lego store is pretty far away from my house. So. And I have looked at Bricklink a lot, but I'm still trying to get familiar with it a little bit more, and so I haven't really used Bricklink yet. I want to. There's a lot of people that I want to patronize their Bricklink stores because I've watched their videos and I've really appreciated what they've done, and so I'm hoping I can do that. I'll try to not do one seller all the time, but kind of pick and choose and get different ones depending on who has the pieces I need. But so far I've kind of stuck with eBay because I'm familiar with it and I kind of know what to do there. So I'll go ahead and just kind of show you. You kind of see it as an overview of what's there. We're just kind of go piece by piece and just kind of show you what's here. I'm sorry these bags are so shiny. Hopefully I can work out a better presentation layout too. So the first thing I got here was 40 1x2 trans blues. And they're the finishing tiles. Anything, of course, translucent I found out, or anything trans clear, trans blue, trans whatever is kind of rare and kind of a good commodity. I like to do buildings, and I like to do fountains, and those work out really good for fountains, and I'm kind of contemplating maybe even doing a swimming pool at some point in time, and so having these, I think, for water and things like that would be really good. Kind of continuing on to that vein, the next thing I have are 100 of the trans light blue studs, which I have a few of now, but I've got just a few of, so that will come in way handy. The next thing I have are, I think it's 100 of these, the gray, I think it's, this is the medium gray, gray blue or whatever that it's called, but of course these are the 2x2 finishing tiles, and I got these for, like, sidewalks and tops of buildings and things like that. I had been using yellow plates for the sidewalk, or the yellow tiles, because that's really all I had to do it with. So, and I had some white ones too, but not as many. So these gray ones will be good sidewalks and things like that. Then I've got 25 of the white antennas. They're actually the I forget the exactly name for them, but they're not the really longest ones, but they're the kind of the shorter ones. And I kind of want these for alternative reasoning, and I'll show you why maybe here in just a minute. So, kind of push those to the side. And I did mention that I was going to make a sig fig, and the stuff for the sig fig came too. So right now it's still separated. I picked out this one for the torso and the legs. The torso was kind of a cool one. I like hoodies, and the lime green shirt kind of showing through the hoodie was kind of cool to me because lime green was one of my favorite colors. And I've got blue for the pants for right now. That may change eventually, but blue will work for the time being. So the face I'm pretty cool with. The only thing I really wasn't cool with was the hair. And I do put my hair up in a ponytail some, but not often. And even if I do, I don't carry bangs the way that hairstyle had. So I was really struggling over what to do with hair. So I went with a different seller to get the hair piece. And this was the closest thing I could get to my hair. My hair is not like that long right now, but it has been close to that length before. It was one of the only hair pieces I found that the hair kind of goes either straight to the back or to the side. Every other hair piece I've seen has bangs. Maybe not as dramatic as this hair piece, but you know, still pretty close. And I wanted something that would look pretty realistic, so I opted to do this kind of hair for mine. The only bad thing about it is if I want to make sig figs to trade out, you know, with people, that sort of thing, or to send them, you know, a sig fig to go in their city. The only disadvantage to this was how expensive this hair was. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to make a whole lot of them. And what I may end up having to do is make, have this be my total realistic sig fig, and then maybe do an alternate sig fig with, there's one other type of hair, the hair like's on the minifig in the picture on my intro. I could use that. It's not as long as mine, but it's not exactly as good of a representation as this, but it's close. And I think you can get that kind of hair a little more cheaply. This one was kind of tough to find, and it was a little bit more expensive, but I figured, you know, it's your sig fig, go for it. You want that to really look good. So I will fix that and put that together here very shortly. And then this whole piece here, the hair, the face, the torso, and the legs that came as a group is from this seller, and I'll go ahead and give a shout out to them, Isaac's Brick Bin. This was the only seller in this batch that thought about, or that had a business card to put in, you know, with their order. And that's kind of nice because, you know, I'll run across that later when I'm needing stuff and go, oh yeah. So I know that not everybody has, you know, can afford the paper, you know, the stuff to do that, but that definitely kind of gets your name out there again, because you're going to always run into it, because you're going to file it away and then stumble onto it again later. So I'll go ahead and give this person a visual, a visual bit of endorsement, because they thought to put in the business card. Okay, so what I'm going to do really quick is going to do this off camera so that you don't have to worry about me moving all this stuff around and the bags rumbling and all that good stuff. I've got the bag from Walmart and I've got the bag from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to get those out next and I'll show you what's in those. Okay, this is the stuff that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's not necessarily Lego itself, but Lego related. I'm still working on how to store stuff, and right now my way of storage is still in the big blue Sterilite container that has everything in it. Right now though, a lot of stuff is just in Ziploc bags, and for some of the really tiny pieces that works out pretty well because they're locked up, they're sealed, there's no way they're getting out. But it's a pain sometimes when you're building and you need to get a hold of something real quick, or especially in my case when I'm demolishing stuff. All my stuff right now is temporary builds, so it goes up, I leave it for a few days, take photos, do a video of it for my channel, and then it's got to come down eventually. So it's a little bit of a pain to be opening and closing all those Ziploc bags all the time and getting things back in them. So I'm trying to experiment with some other storage containers to see what I think might work. The only thing I was disappointed today is I really didn't have anything with lids too much that was the size I needed. Everything was too big, and it just wasn't a good size. I'm looking for small things for studs and 1x1s and just really small items. So I got these. I saw some other people had some kind of similar to these where they had kind of organized. I'm kind of liking the idea of the wheel drawer containers. I've got one over there which has my looming stuff in it right now, and my thought has been to maybe transfer my Lego stuff into something like that too. Only downside of that is I've only got really room for a couple of them. I'm going to run out of room pretty quick just because of where I'm at, and there's just not a lot of space to work with. I do like the idea of having a table and then having those wheel drawer contraptions under the table to store stuff, because you're kind of making a dual use of that space, and I may work into that eventually at some point, but right now I've kind of got to stay with what I've got. So but I did see those on some other, or something similar in some other videos, and I thought, I'll try these. So got 2 of those. Then these I had right up front of the store, and I've seen people use these for parting out and sorting and stuff too, but I'm thinking as long as you don't fill them up into the break where the handle is, that should work fairly well, and they should be stackable. So I got 2 of those. I didn't get a lot of anything right now because I want to see how well it works before I invest in buying a whole bunch of them. And for some of the bigger elements and items, I got these. I had a lot of these already, or something similar that I was using. But some of the smaller, narrower elements, like your 1x3s, things like that are kind of small, the holes in it were just wide enough to let them through. So I ended up like having them falling out the side when I would go to pick it up or whatever. But these, I think, the sides are narrow enough. I really don't think anything's going to get through. And of course, I'm not going to put studs or anything like that in this. This is going to be for like 1x3s, 4s, 6s, whatever, 2x3s, 4s, things like that are a little bit bigger. So I got those. And that is my Dollar Tree. I've also been saving up on just the household containers that we use that might be good for storage. Of course, I'm washing them out amply before I use them, but there's some staple foods in the house that we go through a lot of that, there's these nice little containers, and it's a shame to waste them when you could be using them. So I've got a sour cream container there. This was a guacamole container, which of course doesn't have the top anymore, but it would be good for sorting. So I kind of threw that in there too. And then for some of the bigger kind of things, I've got a butter tub, and there again it has a lid, so things aren't going to be coming out of it very easily. So I'm trying the reduce, reuse, recycle method and the buying it new method, and we'll see which one works. Alright, I've got the Walmart bag coming up next, and I'll show you what's in that, and we'll be done. This is the Walmart bag, and this will conclude everything in the haul for today. Appreciate you guys being patient with all the starting and stopping and waiting and that sort of thing. Hopefully I'm getting this done in the most effective way possible. Things will get better as I'm able to work on things. So just a couple of little things from Walmart that I found today. So first I'll start off with this. I had seen a review for this on someone's channel, and I'm not getting a lot of sets right now because, not a lot of space for storage. I do have a few over there that I've put together, and I may show those again later, more not so cluttered. But I'm having to be careful about that because there again, if I put them together, I really don't have a good place to store big things. So I've got small things so far, and hopefully this will fit into the small category. But I really don't have a shelves, a big open space to store stuff. So I'm either going to have to build it, take it back apart, rebag it, rebox it, whatever, put it up, that sort of thing. Or I'm just going to have to stay really small and not get that many, all at one time. until I can figure out what to do about that. So, but I saw someone had reviewed this truck on their channel, and it looked really cool, and I liked it because of the lime green. I'm wondering if the stars and the flames on that are printed. If they are, that's cool. If they're stickers, then they may or may not go on there. But I saw it and couldn't resist it because of the color. And I'm mainly into buildings, but I do kind of like vehicles, and I don't have a lot of vehicle parts and pieces right at the moment, so this will kind of work for me to build it and leave it for a while, and then if I want to take it apart later and use it for other things, then I can. So that was that. I was kind of pleased to find out that our Walmart kind of reorganized their Lego aisle. It had been really a lot of a mess, really disorganized, and when I went in there today, it was way more organized than it was, and it was so much easier to find things. The selection is not as good as I would like. I really wish they had more minifigures and that sort of thing. I've seen Walmarts that do a little bit better than the one in my town about, you know, having a little bit better selection, but they do have two full aisles. Well, it's not two full aisles, but it's this one side of two aisles devoted to Lego. So they have a pretty good selection, especially considering how small of an area we are. I live in a rural area, and it's not very populated, and so a lot of the things we don't get just because of that. And the Walmart is the only really like department store we have, or discount store is kind of what that is. They're really the only one we have. If you want to go to a Kmart or a Target or something of that nature, then you've got to drive a good 25 miles in a couple of different directions to get either one of those. We do have a Big Lots, and I haven't really shopped for Lego a lot at Big Lots. I'm not sure if that's something they really carry a lot. I'll look the next time I'm in there, but in my town, probably Walmart's your best bet, or ordering online, which I'm finding out I'm doing a pretty good bit too. The other thing I really thought was cool, I was just kind of going through the clothing and stuff, and saw this shirt, and it was like I had already kind of given up hope on finding a Lego Movie shirt for an adult, you know, in an adult size, especially in my size, because it's kind of a hard to find size. So I saw the picture of it on the wall. It was in with the, you know, the other graphic tees and that sort of thing, and I thought, oh man, I said, I'm not going to get my hopes up. They'll never have my size. And I got to looking, and the first, actually maybe about the second shirt in the pile I picked up was my size. So I am totally excited about that, because I had no idea that I'd be able to find one. So that is just totally cool to me right now, you know, so I'm definitely going to enjoy wearing that. And I like that it's black too, because sometimes I'm clumsy, and I'm an artist too, and so sometimes I paint or whatever and drop stuff on me not meaning to, and the fact that this is black will make it a little bit easier to, you know, get things out of it, wash it out, that sort of thing. So like I say, I was just completely surprised to even be able to find that, because I had no idea they would even make them in an adult size. I figured I might could go online and really dig and hunt for it and maybe find one, but the fact that it was right there in the hometown Walmart was just, wow. So, cool there. So, that is the conclusion of it for this time around. The next video that I think I'll do is I will show my sig fig once I get that together, and can do a little something about that so that you can see what that is. I'm also going to make a better intro photo for the beginning of my videos once the sig fig gets made, which won't take me long at all to do. I think that would be a better choice to have it there, and then I will finally have a sig fig to show in the beginning of my videos and things, and kind of be able to do what some other fans of Lego are doing with their videos. So I will not hold you up any longer. You have probably stuck with me long enough. So I will see you on the next video, and I will then be rolling out the sig fig. Thanks for watching.